Welcome to Plot 27. This video is a recap of the 2024 supernatural horror movie titled Night Swim. The story begins with the Waller family looking to buy a house. They are Ray Waller and his wife, Eve. Ray and Eve are also joined by their two children, Izzy and Elliot. Ray is a famous baseball player, but he was forced into early retirement due to an illness. The real estate agent, Kay, convinces them that the house is a perfect fit for Ray and his family. Ray hasn't made a decision yet and decides to drive around the neighborhood to check out other houses. They stop in front of a large house, and Ray is immediately interested because that house has a big swimming pool in the backyard. As he approaches the pool, Ray sees something in the water, but suddenly falls in. Eve quickly pulls him out to safety. Later, Ray and Eve consult with Dr. Sridhar. After examining Ray, the doctor advises him to stop thinking about baseball and recommends swimming regularly to help with his recovery. Ray finally decides to buy the house and begins renovating it. At her new school, Izzy meets a student named Ronan, who invites her to join the school swim team. Meanwhile, the family starts cleaning the pool so it can be used. While Ray is clearing the drain, he cuts his hand, and suddenly, water starts gushing out of the drain. They call a pool technician to take a look. The technician explains that the water in the pool comes directly from the ground and claims it's actually good for their health. A few days later, the Waller family finally gets to enjoy the pool. Eve continues to support Ray, even though he can no longer play baseball. That night, while finishing some of her work as a school teacher, Eve gets bored and decides to go for a swim. While she's in the pool, she's startled to see Ray standing by the edge. But when Eve goes back inside, Ray says he was never out at the pool, leaving her confused. Elliot's cat, Sitter, is seen by the pool when a toy suddenly floats up from the water. The next morning, Elliot finds Sitter's collar in the pool. Ray picks it up and is shocked to see that the wound on his hand has mysteriously healed. That night, Eve notices something strange. Ray is swimming, and he no longer looks like a sick man. Dr. Sridhar is amazed at how fast Ray is recovering. Meanwhile, Elliot is waiting for his dad to play their coin toss game in the pool. Elliot dives underwater and sees coins being thrown into the pool. Suddenly, he spots the shadow of a little girl by the edge, but she vanishes. He then hears a voice from the pool drain. The voice says her name is Rebecca and that she's looking for her mom. Elliot sees one of his toys, but before he can grab it, a hand suddenly pulls it away. Frightened, Elliot tells Eve what happened. Ray and Eve go to the baseball training center to cheer on Elliot. Feeling better, Ray tries swinging the bat again, and his hit is so powerful that it shatters the field lights. That night, Izzy and Elliot are home alone while their parents are out. Ronan stops by and invites Izzy to swim, but he secretly leaves her alone in the pool. While diving underwater, Izzy is terrified when something grabs her leg. She panics, and Ronan tries to calm her down, but has to leave quickly when Ray and Eve return home. The Waller family hosts a pool party. That night, Elliot sees his sister looking terrified in the pool. Izzy asks him to keep it a secret. She believes their dad's health is tied to the house and doesn't want to ruin it. During the party, Elliot secretly turns on his camera. Ty, the baseball coach's son, asks Ray to sign the ball from his powerful hit earlier. Meanwhile, Eve is in the kitchen with Kay. Eve becomes suspicious as to why the pool hadn't been used in 15 years. Pressed for answers, Kay finally reveals the truth. Years ago, a little girl drowned in the pool. Kay is shocked when Eve says the girl's name, Rebecca. Suddenly, Ray becomes possessed while in the pool and tries to drown Ty. Elliot rushes to get his mom, and Coach E manages to save Ty just in time. After this terrifying event, Eve insists they move out. She senses something is very wrong with the pool, but Ray suddenly doubles over in pain. Something strange is happening to him. The evil spirit in the pool is slowly taking control of Ray. Eve digs into the house's history and discovers that Rebecca wasn't the only person who went missing there. Eve visits Rebecca's family to get more information. She meets Rebecca's mother, Lucy. After Eve shares her story, Lucy explains the legend of the wishing pool, a ritual where people throw coins into the pool and make a heartfelt wish. Lucy says the spring beneath the pool is magical, but it demands a life in exchange for granting a wish. Lucy had two children, Rebecca and Tommy. When Tommy was gravely ill, Lucy made a wish for his recovery. The spring granted it, but took Rebecca's life in return. That night, the power goes out and Elliot sees Sitter by the pool. As he tries to save the cat, a water spirit appears and drags Elliot into the water. Hearing his screams, Izzy and Eve rush to help. Eve dives in but can't find him. Meanwhile, Izzy cuts her foot on broken glass and becomes terrified when Ray, now fully possessed, turns violent. Eve dives in again and finally finds Elliot, but just as they try to surface, they are attacked by multiple evil spirits in the pool. Just in time, Rebecca's spirit appears and saves them both. Ray, now fully possessed, attacks Eve, saying that Elliot must be sacrificed so Ray can be healed, but Izzy strikes Ray with a baseball bat. In that moment, Ray remembers his cherished memories with his family and snaps out of the possession. They try to leave the house, but Elliot suddenly cries out in pain. The pool's curse won't let him go. Ray realizes there's only one way to save his son. He must sacrifice himself. Ray dives into the pool and offers his life to the evil spirit in the spring. After Ray's death, Eve and the kids decide to stay in the house so that no one else will fall victim to the cursed pool. The demonic swimming pool is finally sealed and the movie ends. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.